Yo, what is going on YouTube? Sizzle here back with another video. I know it's been a while, been about a month since I posted. I've just been kind of focusing on other aspects of life like academics and sports and getting a job. So, yeah. But here, I got a banger for you guys today. So before we get into it, make sure to like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Now, as of the title, you can tell, I've been suspended. Well, this happened about 2 weeks ago, so I'm kind of dropping this shit late. But I'm gonna explain what happened. So there's a individual that goes to my school. Now I'm not gonna get into names for obvious reasons, but this individual identifies differently. Is how I'm going to put this. Now this student makes interesting comments to women and men because it swings that way. I don't want to misgender it. And because of that, my school has decided to put like a protection over him. So basically, like anything he does, or like if you do something to him, you are most likely cooked. You're fucked. You're getting suspended or booted out. However, for the purpose of this story, I'm gonna refer to it as him because it has cock and balls. So, this individual, he has beef with a couple of my friends. Now, we're gonna get into this beef a little bit. So the first thing he did to make it so I don't like this guy is he stole from one of my friends. Now this friend asked for something after giving him a little some, and he did not return that favor. And in fact, just kept the shit for himself. So yeah, that's one of our problems. And I did indeed confront him about it, and he got all fucking butthurt. The second problem is that this person is very fake, alright? Like, extremely fake. If you tell him something that you don't want him to, like, spread, he's spreading it. He'll be your friend 1 minute, and then the next minute, he'll be beefing with you, talking shit behind your back. I don't really understand him. All I know is that he lives for the drama, and is, kind of interesting. It's kind of weird. But the third and biggest reason why I do not fuck with this guy is the comments he makes about women's bodies. Now, I'm not going to get into those comments because those are sexual, and I'm not trying to get banned on YouTube. But as a man, just because you swing a certain way does not mean you should be able to say inappropriate comments to women and make it justified. Now, the reason he thinks this is justification is one, because he swings both ways, and two, he's a cross-dresser. So if you don't know what that means, go look it up. I'm not going to get into too much depth. But it basically means he thinks he's a woman, and you can't convince him otherwise. But that doesn't really matter. That's not why I hate on him. I hate on him because of the shit he does and uses being bi or gay or whatever as a scapegoat for whatever he does. Like, making comments on women's bodies. Now, as a straight man, I don't justify making inappropriate comments on women, especially when you're not dating them, because it can make them uncomfortable, and that's really not my goal. But I guess it's this man's goal. I don't really know, man. But yeah, let's get into how I got suspended. So it was a Monday afternoon on a gold day, which our high school has 2 different days with 4 periods in each. So like 1 week's a gold week and the other week's a blue week. It just kind of depends on how it's rotated and if we have snow days or anything. But I was in steel pans, which is like a class where you hit steel drums and they make noise. It's pretty cool and I like it. And if your school has it, that's pretty cool. And I hope you do it. But yeah, I was in steel pans and we had to go to lunch and we had pizza that day, which is pretty fire. And on the way back from lunch, I'm talking with a couple friends, right? And we got on the topic of this individual. Now, this individual is not liked at our school. Not saying I'm liked at my school either, but he's more hated than me. So, that's kind of a problem. And, we're talking and we're shit talking him a little bit because everyone does. And I happen to call the man a quote unquote fruitcake. Now, at the time, I didn't know fruitcake was bad or anything, but the way the school treated it, it was like a fucking cardinal sin. All right, it's like the 13 Reasons Why. Holy shit. But yeah, after that, I basically just went to math and then went home, played Rust, did some fuck shit, played a little Fortnite. And then I pull up to school the next day. It's a gold day, so I got banks, bucks, and bonds with Miss Bone for his period. I go into class. I'm fucking chilling, hanging out with Randy and Brady. And yeah, we're just having a good time. And we had a test that day, so I'm at my desk doing some economics testing when the phone rings. Now, usually when the phone rings, it's not for me. It's usually for like the bad kids in the class. Well, I'm not saying I'm a good kid, but it's more for like the kids that always cause shit. I don't really cause that much shit. But on this day, sadly, it was my turn to get reamed out by the office because they called me down. And not only did they call me down, I was told I wasn't coming back. So I knew I was fucking cooked. So I get my bag, I grab my test, I say goodbye to Miss Bohm because she's like my favorite teacher. And then I go to the office, and I'm seated with the principal and the vice principal along with the school cop. So, they sit me down, and the first thing they say to me is, "Do you know why you're here today?" And obviously, no the fuck I don't, because I didn't do anything that day, or at least so I thought. Because then the vice principal tells me, "What were you doing yesterday in the hallway during third period?" And like I was talking to some friends. And she goes, "Well, a student came up to us today and told us he made a comment about it." And the second I heard it, I knew exactly who the fuck it was, that snitch. And I was livid. I got fucking heated. Because what the office told me was that I, quote unquote, made him uncomfortable, and that could be considered sexual harassment. Now, I'm no fucking, like, lawmaker, lawyer, or anything, but I don't think fruitcake is a slur or sexual harassment. But if I'm wrong, just point me out. But, yeah, so they basically tell me that I sexually harassed this guy. Now, I started talking to them, and I was trying to defend myself by basically saying I didn't say it towards him. I was in a group of people, and we were talking about him, and he overheard us, which was true. Because at the time, it was in the hallway. And it happened, to listen in, because it's nosy. It lives for the drama, But, yeah, so it heard us, and got all offended, got all pissy, got its all panties in a knot, and decided, I'm gonna go to the office and make this kid's day a living hell because I'm fucking miserable in life. And that's exactly what he did. He went to the office because he's miserable, and he told them what I did, and they just dragged it so fucking far because they had to protect him because he's gay, and basically said, fuck off my campus for 5 days because you called a kid a fruitcake. Now, I don't really know where the school's coming from, because it's not like I called him the F slur. And two, I didn't even direct it at him. So, I think the school was just trying to cover their ass. I don't really know. But, yeah, I don't think it was pretty fair. So, over those next 5 days, I just kind of, chilled in my room. I played Rust. I beefed with this guy. I got some screenshots that I'm going to put on Twitter. Some beef and shit. At one point he wanted to throw hands, but then he backed out because he's a little bitch. So, yeah, if he still wants to throw hands, bro, that offer's still up. But yeah, I think that's all I have for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in the next upload.